Prelude. Today I present a tale recounted by one of our subscribers who opts to remain anonymous. A narrative of a hiking expedition that unfolded as one of the most unsettling events of their life. Serving as the conduit for this storyteller, I share this anecdote with a firm belief in its veracity, leaving it to you, the audience, to judge its authenticity. The story begins. I've always felt drawn to the untamed beauty of the wilderness. On that particular autumn day, I set out on a solo hike, craving solace in nature's embrace. As I wandered along the winding trail, a profound sense of tranquility enveloped me. The forest was alive with vibrant hues of gold and crimson, the leaves crunching beneath my boots like nature's own orchestra. Hours passed in serene isolation, my only companions the rustling leaves and distant bird calls. Yet as the sun began its descent, casting elongated shadows across the forest floor, a prickling sensation crept up my spine. I brushed it off as mere paranoia, but the feeling persisted, gnawing at the edges of my consciousness. Then, like a whisper on the wind, I heard it, a faint rustling somewhere beyond the veil of trees. With every step, my pace quickened, my heart hammering against my ribs, a relentless drumbeat echoing in the silence of the forest. Each shadow seemed to harbor secrets, each rustle of leaves an ominous whisper. And then, as if summoned from the very essence of the woods, a figure cloaked in tattered garments emerged, crossing over and blocking my path. His face was obscured by a thick beard and wild, unkempt hair, his eyes gleaming with a hint of madness. Fear clutched at my heart as I stumbled backward, the stranger's presence casting a pall over the once serene landscape. Lost, are we? His voice was low, a sinister undertone underscoring his words. I nodded, unable to tear my gaze away from his piercing stare. As his lips began to mumble and his words spilled out in disjointed fragments, each syllable seemed torn from the depths of his consciousness, devoid of coherence, devoid of reason. Amidst his nonsensical ramblings, a surge of fear gripped my heart, a primal instinct warning me of the precariousness of the situation. His eyes, vacant yet filled with an unsettling intensity, betrayed a turbulent storm raging within. Standing there, observing the tormented spectacle before me, a whirlwind of emotions engulfed my senses. Pity mingled with dread, empathy entwined with a sense of helplessness. Instinctively, I knew that any sudden movement might trigger a volatile reaction from him, plunging us both deeper into the abyss of uncertainty. Summoning all the courage I could muster, I steadied my voice. I must be going. Thank you for your help. His response was a guttural chuckle, sending shivers down my spine. Going? Oh, but you've only just arrived, haven't you? The forest, she doesn't let go so easily. I fought to keep my composure, inching backward away from the enigmatic figure. Each step felt like a tightrope walk between escape and entrapment. As I retreated, my mind raced with desperate calculations. Then, as if sensing my intention to flee, he lunged forward, arms outstretched like the gnarled branches of the surrounding trees. Adrenaline surged through my veins, propelling me into a frenzied sprint. My heart pounded against my ribcage, matching the frantic rhythm of my footfalls. Branches clawed at my skin, roots threatened to trip me, yet I pushed forward, driven by a primal instinct to survive. Behind me, the stranger's manic laughter echoed through the forest, fueling my terror with each haunting peal. Finally, I burst into a clearing, my lungs burning with exertion. Through the fading twilight, I spotted the glint of metal, the promise of salvation in the form of my car parked at the edge of the wilderness. With renewed determination, I raced toward it. At last, I reached the haven of my car, where the familiar sight served as a balm to my frayed nerves. My hands, trembling from the adrenaline, fumbled to find the keys. The metallic jangle they made as they slipped into the ignition was a symphony of relief in my ears. As the engine roared to life, I found myself casting a final, wary glance back at the foreboding shadows of the wilderness from which I had just emerged. The stranger's enigmatic presence still lingered there, a haunting memory that sent a shiver up my spine. The thought of alerting the authorities crossed my mind, but what would I tell them? Would they believe a tale of a mysterious stranger in the woods? Would they even do anything? Confusion and doubt gnawed at me, but in the end I decided to keep this terrifying encounter to myself. Nonetheless, this harrowing experience was not without its lessons. I've since adopted a more cautious approach to my wilderness adventures. Now, I never venture into the wild without a partner at my side, and some form of protection within easy reach. The call of the wilderness might be irresistible, but it's a call that must be answered with caution. Thank you for watching aikdastaan, where every tale is a testament to the human spirit and every voice resonates with the truth as they perceive it.